Hello everyone, you all know me, Anthony Hamilton Russell, owner of Hamilton Russell Vineyards with my wife Olive. We are celebrating our 40th vintage this year with the 2020s, and I'm celebrating my 30th year running Hamilton Russell Vineyards. It's a big year for us. I just wanted to touch on the property overall. As you know, for the New World we unusually focused. One red, one white, from the same property, coming up for 40 years, and that's consistent with our philosophy, not of making reserve second labels, not even necessarily of making Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, but of expressing the beauty of this privileged site that we're lucky enough to own through a single red and a single white. Think of Hamilton Russell as a monopole expressed through a single red and a single white. And I'm humbled really by the thought that although we own this property and we're a second generation family and we own it outright, it's bigger than us. We sell in 55 countries and probably more, some that we don't know about. It means so much to so many people that it's no longer ours to play with. We serve Hamilton Russell. It's not the other way around. As you know, our wines have this kind of unusual classic styling and an uncanny resemblance in many people's book to fine red and white Burgundy. That isn't because we're aiming to emulate that or copy it. It's a lucky accident of nature. The key features being the sea is 1,500 meters or thereabouts behind me from where we are in our home. That moderates the temperatures during the warmest months to the point where for our 4 hottest months of the year, your June, July, August, September in the Northern Hemisphere, our December, January, February, March, we average 25 centigrade to Burgundy's 24.77 for the same period. And in fact, our last 2 vintages have been lower than that Burgundian average. Burgundy would have a colder spring and a colder autumn, meaning that those middle 2 months were actually significantly hotter in terms of maximum temperatures than we experience here on Hamilton Russell Vineyards. The second main feature that delivers this uncanny kind of classic styling and spice and structure driven ahead of just opulent fruit and open varietal character, the second key factor is the high clay content of our soils. These were old sheep and wheat farming soils in the country. We lucked into them, we planted them with many noble grape varieties. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay shone. So when I took over in 1991, I was able to focus on these wines alone because our property chose them. Now this is the closest bank of that 400 million year old shale to the sea along the coastline of Africa, of South Africa. And what that means is we dealing with the same kind of clay contents that you get in the Côte de Nuit in Burgundy. Now those 2 factors express what is essentially Hamilton Russell Vineyards wine in an uncanny classic way with this resemblance to Burgundy that most people pick up on. And that's kind of word of mouth what's put us on the map internationally. If you look at the price of these 2 wines, we're not just making 200 cases of each. Single red, single white, no reserves, no second labels. There's enough of it to get around, even though production is fairly small. But we make significantly more than most of the single cuvées in Burgundy. That has resulted in incredible value for the wines, along with this country of origin discount that South Africa kind of still faces internationally, making these wines, in my opinion, extraordinary value. All of you have done really well with them. We're proud of that fact, and just know that we intend to carry on, certainly for at least the next 40 years, in family ownership. Thanks for everything you've done for Hamilton Russell Vineyards.